Y'all want to know what I learned about relationships and love, man? Is that they're hard and people are difficult. Nah, I'm just joking. You know, I learned also that I could be difficult. I'm sure you noticed that too about yourself. You could be difficult and I could be difficult. But y'all want to know what I really learned about relationships and love? Is that relationships and love are about learning. But a lot of times we go into relationships expecting. Think about it. You go into a relationship, right? And you think about letting things flow. Y'all don't have communication about things. You don't learn the person's trauma. You don't learn the person's triggers. You don't learn their love language. You don't learn what makes them tick, what makes them feel good, what doesn't make them feel good, what bothers them, right? You don't know what they need in the relationship. You don't know. Only thing you know is their favorite color. You don't even know what makes them happy until it makes them happy, right? So when you think about it, we go into relationships with high expectations, right? We go into relationships expecting love from somebody and even expecting happiness. Think about it. Everybody always talking about, I want to be happy. I want to be happy. I want this. I want that. Person ain't doing this. The person ain't doing that. But why are they not doing it? Could it be that they don't know to do it? Could it be that you never told them to do it? Could it be that you never told them what your love language was? What makes you feel loved as a woman, right? And as a man, what makes you feel respected as a man and as a woman? Have you communicated your needs to this person? Have you communicated your trauma? Have you told them about your life? You probably haven't, right? And I remember when I didn't either. I would go into relationships and I'm like, this person acting like this and why they acting like this and why they treating me like this, right? But they'll be doing the exact same thing. They'll be doing the exact same thing to me, right? And now we arguing, now we upset, now we don't want to communicate, or now we yelling or whatever it is that's going on. But it's because of what? What is it? It has to be an expectation because we're asking somebody or we're getting upset at somebody towards something that we never told them. So what is it then? That's an expectation. You're expecting something. I was expecting something from this woman, or you was expecting something from this man that was never communicated. You don't even know if they had the capacity to do it. You don't even know if they would even want to do it, but you're over here expecting them to do it and hoping them to do it. Well, guess what? I learned that that's extremely wrong, right? Having expectations in a relationship that have not been communicated will kill your relationship faster than anything, right? So I learned that learning is the main thing within a relationship, right? You learn each other, right? Because that's how you grow. That's how you become closer, right? And of course, that's going to come with communication and all these other things, right? But now, instead of me wanting to go into a relationship, instead of me going into relationships and just thinking, oh, this person is going to love me, or, oh, this person makes me feel good, and we're just going to, be together forever. Now I'm thinking to myself, you know what? They don't know this about me. Let me communicate this, right? So if something happens, then they'll remember when this happened, right? And then let me communicate what I need. They're learning. And then when it happens, let's both figure out what we can do. And the same thing with them. Instead of me expecting this person to make me happy all day, to want to communicate with me all day, to know my love language, to know who I am. Why am I expecting this person to know me, right? But I didn't never say nothing to them. And I know we all do that. I know you over there sitting like, dang, I do that. Yes, you do that. We all do it, man. We all do that. We expect love, but how are we expecting love from someone that we never told them what our love language was? And how are we expecting to give them love when we never figured out what they actually need? Maybe we would stop having all these arguments and all these fights and these breakups and divorces if we stopped expecting something that we didn't even know about. Or if we stop expecting something that we never even told someone, right? If expectations were lower, then maybe we could stay together. If learning was higher, maybe we could stay together, right? Maybe if I came into a relationship with this woman and I knew, because I'm me and she's not me, and I knew that, She don't know this about me. She don't know what makes me tick. She don't know what bothers me. She don't know what makes me happy. She don't know what I need. She doesn't know what respect is to me. She doesn't know the type of woman that I actually want. Because a lot of times we get into relationships. Example, we get into a relationship and you don't want your man to go to the club. So now you want to argue with him because he going to the club. But you never wanted a man that went to the club. So maybe you should have communicated that in the beginning. Or I'm arguing with shorty because I don't want her with her booty cheeks out. But maybe I should have communicated that instead of expecting it. So now, because I was expecting it and it didn't happen, now I'm upset. Now I'm mad. Now I'm arguing with her. Now I'm trying to get her to do something that she never even planned on doing. And now I'm stressed and angry and mad, thinking, what is wrong with this girl? But guess what? That was my expectations. That was not nothing that I communicated. That's not something that she learned about me. So what do I need to do? I need to go into relationships now, right? Which me specifically, I do now, right? Because I learned this and I learned this from God. So now you have to think about relationships and love as a learning process, something to learn. I go into a relationship. We go into a relationship with the willingness to learn something, right? Of course, now you need to communicate. You need to know your standards. So you need to set your standards. You need to know the type of person you want to be with, the things that you will deal with, and you need to know yourself. You need to know your triggers, your traumas. You need to know all about you so that you could communicate that to the person before moving forward. This is a learning process because they may not want to be with us, even though I want this and I want that and I need this. They may not want to be with us. They may not be that type of person for us. So we have to learn each other before going into it. And then after we get into it, we have to have the willingness and the heart to learn them and grow with them rather than having these high expectations, which is going to pull us down and it's going to break the relationship and kill the relationship because we're expecting them to do something that they might not even know. We're expecting them to do something that they might not even want to do, right? So how much better could a relationship and a marriage be if we go into relationships learning, right? I'm going to learn what she needs. She may have communicated that her love language is acts of service, but let me practice and learn, right? She may have communicated that, Rudy, I don't like how you speak to me. Well, let me learn what she needs, right? Because some people aren't going to know everything about themselves. So you have to learn it as well, right? They might learn. We're learning together. So she can also come into the relationship or we can do these things, right? So the point here is that I learned that expectations is a killer to relationship. It kills relationships. But I learned that going into a relationship with the mindset of learning a person, learning together, learning this relationship, growing together will definitely bless and strengthen that relationship, right? Instead of expecting, right? We need to have this mindset because we need to stay together. We need to stop breaking up. We need to stop getting so upset at people, being so stressed, being depressed, thinking about why did I choose this person, hating that person, resenting that person, don't want to forgive that person, trying to hurt that person because now we feel hurt because they didn't do what we wanted or what we expected out of them, right? But instead, we have to look at ourselves and understand and ask ourselves, did I even communicate that to that person? Do they even know this about me? Matter of fact, did they communicate that to me? Is this something that I would be willing to do? Think about it. If somebody expected something from you, right? Something that they didn't know or something that you have a hard time doing or something that you don't even want to do, that is going to cause so much conflict. And conflict isn't bad, but somebody expecting something from nothing, expecting something that was never put into your relationship, never put into the environment, never put into communication. Like, come on, bro. That's a recipe for disaster. That is a killer, and the enemy loves that type of thing. So, again, this is one thing that I learned about relationships and love, is that we need to get rid of these expectations. Of course, we're going to have expectations in a way, right? But We need to lower those expectations, and we need to not be led by expectations. We need to know that we have to communicate, that we have to have the willingness to learn and grow with the person. I hope y'all wrote this down. I hope this blessed y'all. I'm gonna get at y'all when I get at y'all.